How's it going, boys? Welcome back to Mogul Mail. Today we're talking about the greediest game I've ever seen made by the worst gaming company. But first, we're going to talk about pay-to-win games as a whole. And I'm going to draw a line in the sand of what I think goes a little bit too far in pay-to-win and what I think is okay. Now, I was introduced, like probably many of you, to pay-to-win when I played RuneScape when I was 13 years old. And I had a free-to-play account, and I had a Rune Skimmy, and I felt badass. And then I lost in a PvP match to my friend Eric because he had a Dragon Abyssal whip. Bet you think you're a big man, huh? Bet you think you're real tough, okay? Just because your dad gave you $5 a month, and mine was, well, you know what happened there. Let's bring up some other games, though, and talk about whether it's okay or not, starting with Super Auto Pets, my favorite game of the past year. Now, this one might seem silly to bring up, but you can spend $5 one-time payment to get an expansion pack. And if the expansion pack is easier to win with against other packs, then maybe it's OP. But the game does allow you to choose whether you play against your own pack or against other people's packs, and winning on either of these settings is equivalent. So it doesn't really matter. I would say no real pay to win there. Then there's games like Valorant, which are free to play, and you can pay for extra skins, but the skins are purely cosmetic. And that just makes it look pretty. I will say they're overpriced. Oh, whoops, is that me going 3-0? I will say they're overpriced, though. I mean, look at this. It's 100 points per dollar. And it's $17 for this skin, but you also need 10 Radiant Knight points, which is about $7. You need $21 for all the final stuff. It ends up costing like $40 for one skin. That's a little crazy, but it's purely cosmetic, all right? Maybe a 12-year-old will call you a loser in a lobby if you don't have an op skin, but that's a reality I'm okay with living with. It's similar to CSGO, right? Although CSGO's is a little different because you have to gamble. And every time you open up a case, there's a chance you get something really good or something really bad. Most of the time, it's going to be really bad. Unless you're me. Check out this clip. So the best thing is a rare special item. The purple things are third best. This was my first ever CSGO case. And then the blue is all mid. So why don't we just get the yellow thing then? Apparently it's worth $1,000. I don't know. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. I will now let you guys know that get it twisted. You will make money. It is an investment. I'm just kidding. I've lost actually more money on CSGO cases since then because I got a bit addicted, but Steam shut down my account, so I can't spend any more money. All that tangent aside, CSGO actually did have a quick pay-to-win scandal because some of the cosmetics gave players an edge. I'll show you this clip. Don't DMCA me, John Cena. Did you see it? Some of the skins would allow you to camouflage on certain maps better than other people, which they did actually patch out of any of the competitive formats. So all good there. No problems with that at all. But it does lead us to where I draw the line. And where I draw the line is when you get a clear competitive edge by paying extra money. And one of the best examples that I can bring up that does this is FIFA 22. And FIFA 22 is known for their most popular game mode, which is FIFA Ultimate Team, where you can open up packs, and the packs will randomly give you a card, and the card might be like a really good player. It might be like Mbappe, and he's faster, and he kicks harder, and he's stronger. Or it might be someone shit. And the people who spend the most money will have the best teams. Now, the competitive edge is pretty small, all things considered. Like, you open up this pack, you get an amazing card. It doesn't mean you're going to win all of a sudden, right? Like a really good player will win with a shit team against anyone with the best team in the world. It's just how it goes. But the top of the top leaderboard will always be determined by who has the best teams because they have that slight edge that makes them better. To me, that's gross. A leaderboard, call me old-fashioned, should be who's the best at the game. Like Super Smash Brothers. It'd be weird if the best Super Smash Brothers player was paying extra money and then they made Fox McCloud have extra fast Sonic shoes that made him run 5% quicker. Maybe it's a small edge and it wouldn't matter in most matchups, but if it helps you win, then I'm not for it. Now, we have a different conversation about the box controller, but we'll save that for another day. And that does lead us to what I think egregiously passes the line, Diablo Immortal. Now, this was a game that came out just like a week ago from Blizzard and tarnish the Diablo name. It can't tarnish the Blizzard name because that's already down the fucking drain. Shout out to their CEO. But just take a look at the reviews. 73 critic score, sure. 0.5 user score. This is out of 100. It had 2,096 negative reviews, 69 positive reviews. Nice. Real good stuff right there. And the reason is because it is so gross, their pay-to-win mechanics and how much they're trying to milk players. Now, full disclosure, I've done like as much research as I can into this. I watched a bunch of videos about it without actually having played the game because there's no way I'm going to fucking give Blizzard any of my money or time. But this news article, which says it costs $110,000 to max out your character, is what caused the initial shitstorm. And you don't necessarily need to max out your character to be able to beat like the standard game. But if you want to do post-game stuff, and especially if you want to do PvP, you're going to have to pay money to beat the other people who are paying money. The way it works is convoluted, but you have to pay for a legendary crest, which will allow you to enter like a little dungeon, which can maybe give you a 0.5% chance at a drop that's the best drop in the game. And that's it, right? And the 0.5% chance is of getting like a legendary gem, but it might not even be a 5-star legendary gem. It might be a fragment of a gem. It's convoluted. But all that you need to know is that it costs a shit ton of money. And those legendary crests, you'll have to buy like thousands of dollars of them to actually get the best item. How much do they give free-to-play players? How many gems do they get? 1 a month. They get 1 gem a month. You can spend $2 and get one, or you can do it free ways and get 1 a month and hope that you get your 0.5% chance roll. That's not even what I find to be the grossest part of it, though. What I find to be the grossest part is the battle pass. The battle pass to me is disgusting. The way it works is there's 3 battle passes, a free one, a paid one, and then, a paid one, but now I've paid more money. But the problem with the paid ones is if you don't log in every single day, you will not get your rewards for that day. Even though you paid the money for the thing, you also have to give them your time every day. Doesn't matter if it's Gam's funeral, all right? Grandma can shut it. I got some Diablo Immortal to open up and play. Can't take a day off. And honestly, I just find it silly. There's a lot of really good videos you guys can check out that I watched that I'll link in the description that go into it way more in depth. But across the board, it seems like everyone hates the pay-to-win mechanic. And it's just gross that the leaderboard is basically whose wallet goes the deepest and not who has devoted the most time and is the best at the game. It's just money. It's just money at the end of the day. And I talked to Shroud about this at the Beyblade event, and he said something that kind of got me excited. He basically said that this might be a bit of changing in the tides for pay-to-win, especially pay-to-win mobile games. Because it could get the attention. It's so egregious, it could get the attention of lawmakers, congressmen who actually decide if companies go too far in their predatory practices. Now, there's some that I think are already pretty gross and have taken people to addictive levels. You see CSGO opening. But this one is 1,000 leagues above that. So we'll see what comes from it. Let me know if you think that I'm wrong, and have a good day. Goodbye.